I have been selling this book, Zanazli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking, which is published by MPH for a while now. It's a really good book if you want to be a filmmaker, whether it's for YouTube, social media, TV, film, cinema, whatever. This is the book to get. I'm going to make it more accessible and more affordable to all of you because I believe that everybody needs to become a filmmaker. The more filmmakers we have in the world, I think this world will be a better place to live in. Now it's available as an electronic book download on my website. I'm going to link it here. It's really cheap, it's really affordable. It's only 5 ringgit if you want to get the ebook version. Okay, 5 ringgit. It doesn't really cost much, right? It's just a little bit of something for me. I mean, it did take a lot of work to write. Each chapter of this book talks about one part of the filmmaking process. And for each chapter as well, I interview a local filmmaker. It's only 5 ringgit. It's only 5 ringgit. We are watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shah.
And every week we watch a local film and we review it. And this week we're watching a local film and we're reviewing it. And this is a film that is on I wanted to say on social media. No, it's on a streaming platform. It's on Netflix. And we're watching it. So there's no like at the cinema opening.
Yeah.
It's wait, I need to adjust this a little bit. There you go. Okay. So yeah, the movie's called Do.
As in
Mak Do.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, we watched it. Okay, so tell us what the film about. The film stars Shafiq Kyle. He's one of the producers too.
He's one of the producers.
Directed by 2 people, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Arif Zulkarnain and Haris M. Noor. They also wrote the film.
I don't know who they are. This is not criticism. I just never heard of their names. Yeah.
New filmmakers.
Yeah.
New filmmakers.
So new, old, I'm not sure lah. But okay, so what's the film about?
The film.
You talk. It's hot. I'm gonna turn on the fan. Continue with what the film's about, and I'll be right back.
Ow! The film is set in Ipoh. The film is set in Ipoh and it's about a bakery that has been left behind to a family lah.
Because her father dies, right?
To a mother and her 3 children. The oldest of which is Shafiqal, who now works in KL. His character's name is Faiz. So all the kids are F names. Faiz, Farah and Fakrul. So Faiz and Farah.
I have a friend last time in college. His name is Fakrul Zaman. Everybody calls him Fuck. Hey, fuck! At first he hated it, but then he embraced it and it's been 30 years now and people still call him Fuck. Okay, go on.
Okay, anyway. I forgot already.
So my friend named Fakrul Zaman, right? He actually wanted people to call him Cruz because Fakrul Zaman. But people still continued with Fuck! Hey, fuck!
Boys.
He's been to this house before. Last time, long time ago. Okay, go. All 3 of them name F. Faiz
lah.
Faiz.
Okay, anyway. Okay lah. So basically their father died.
So they take over
now
the
they
bakery.
Reopening the bakery. They haven't. So Faiz hasn't really decided. Does he want to sell the bakery? Does he want to find workers to work in the bakery? Farah is like middle child syndrome. So she's like our middle child, in which to say she's just trying to be helpful, but then always gonna marah. And then Fakrul wants to be in a band. Okay.
And Faiz, the eldest one, is the one that spent time with the father the most, working in the bakery, learning how to make bread and all that, right? Yeah. But he wanted to work in KL, and the father was very encouraging.
So when he now makes the bread, it apparently doesn't taste the same. But lo and behold, because it's Ipoh, a new cafe, I want to say hipster cafe, has opened around the corner by these 2 siblings starring Fabian Lu. So it's Yap and Lisa. So Yap and Lisa have opened a like hipster cafe slash bakery, pastry shop, and they have an Indonesian
Chef.
baker
Pastry
for whatever
chef.
reason,
Yeah.
who comes and eats the so this bakery that is obviously owned by Faiz is like one of those mom and pop bakeries lah, just one of those normal bakery shops that you will find anywhere lah in a small town. So he goes and tries like their bread, and then like copies the recipe, and then they start losing customers, and then conflict. Oh, what's gonna happen now? And then he's like, oh, it's just business, so why don't you just sell this place to me? I can turn it into my store. You also don't really care about this place, right? You can just go back to KL, blah, blah, blah. So then the entire thing is just this bubble of conflict of, should I give in to gentrification or not? Yeah.
Okay, so what's the film about?
That's what the film is about.
No. What do we think about the film?
The film is horrible. Oh my god, I am so angry. I am so much more angry about this film than I am about Oppa, because I went into Oppa expecting it to be horrible, okay? You look at the poster and everything also, you're like, maybe not. But though, I was like, okay, it's got Shafiqah. It's very beautiful. It's like shot very beautifully. It's got that kind of hipster Ipoh vibe going on. It's nice to look at lah. But that's it. It's just nice to look at. But it made me so angry because I was watching it and then nothing was happening. It was just terrible, and I got so angry. That's it. That's basically all I have to say.
Okay, I thought the film was actually not bad. It has a lot of... Now, it's the film is very copycat lah, right? It is a copycat of, all those Yasmin Ahmad films. And no, it's not a copycat of Yasmin Ahmad's films. It's a copycat of all the copycats of Yasmin Ahmad's films, right? The long drawn out shots, the wide shots of like 3-4 characters in one single shot doing things, the static shots, shot in Ipoh, is a very copycat kind of film lah. But that's not the big issue for me when it comes to the film. The thing about the film is, number one is you don't feel anything special happening in that film, right? You start thinking, why is this even a film?
You don't even... What is happening? Nothing is happening.
Sometimes you think like, for me, when I was watching it, what is the point of this film really? It's very ordinary, it's very plain, Now, this is different than films that try to portray the ordinary in life. Films like Elephant and Last Days and all that, right? By Gus Van Sant and all that. It shows the ordinariness of life, of like a kid going to school, and it's like 10 minutes of him walking the street to get to the school. But that was the intention of the film. And that kind of film is different. This one is like, what's the point? Right? But there are many points in the film which I felt could have been potential for it to like...
Be something.
Like, for example, the father dies a sudden death. Right? Like suddenly die like that. Heart attack or something lah. And when they go back to the shop, the last like dough that was being needed by him was still on the table.
Yeah.
And then the daughter was like, Faiz was like, okay, let's throw it away. But the daughter was like, but this is the last thing he made. Then he's like, what you want to do? You want to preserve the dough? So that was a good scene.
It might actually be a good film.
That was a good scene. And then even towards the end, there are like flashback scenes of Faiz talking to the father and how like he wants to go to KL, and the father was very encouraging. All that was like, wow, there were glimpses of actually like
promise
of emotions lah in the film. But overall, it felt like it could have been done better, made more exciting maybe.
In between that, there was nothing. Nothing.
I have a different opinion lah. Right? I do feel even in between there were many scenes that were like would be nice, like when the mother was talking to him, and the mother was explaining to him about, it's not about the shop. It's not about, you selling the shop, giving me the money, and then I can survive my retirement alone or whatever. It's not about that. Because she says, look, all I want is for you 3 siblings to be nice to each other, and that's it. Whether you sell the shop or don't sell the shop also not important. Yeah, and she said that. So there are many. And then there were scenes where the youngest boy then salams the older brother, Faiz, and all that. Like, see, got emotions there. But not maintained well throughout the whole film. Not maintained well throughout the film. I also like the issue of this gentrification thing lah, which is quite a hot topic in Malaysia right now, right? In KL, in Johor Bahru, in Penang, in
Ipoh lah, basically these four places.
in all these towns like Kuching, Sabah, and you see the conflict between
The old and the
new, and the people coming in wanting to be like big businesses as compared to the mom and pop shop. It's all there. As I especially like the character JP. So there are parts in the film where it's very satirical and comedic and cartoonish, like JP's character, right? JP's character is very cartoonish. He like JP's character, I think, is the best character in that film. I don't know who's the actor. I don't know if I've ever seen it before, but he played the character. The character is very well done, lah. You know. But then when you watch the film, you feel like it's also a mishmash, and you don't know what the film is really trying to be. You know, the comedic parts, the drama parts. It's okay to combine them, but you gotta find a way to make it seamless, I guess, in a way. You know, and this film didn't manage to do that lah. But I like JP's character lah. He's because they grew up together. Bapa aku dengan bapa Faiz best friend. Sekarang aku dengan Faiz pun best friend. You know, so that was nice to see. And he helps Faiz lah. You know, the ending is especially corny. I felt the ending was so corny and lame. It should have ended there. You want to be a spoiler? I don't know if this is a spoiler.
Up to you. Depends on how you feel about the film.
Yeah.
I have zero.
I mean, I think even if you spoil the film, it's okay because it's not like.
You can pretty much guess already what's going to happen.
Not
okay?
like, so although it's not a spoiler lah.
They keep the bloody bakery.
Then you spoil what I wanted to say about the ending already.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said we were spoiling it.
Yeah, but I wanted to explain how the ending came.
Say.
So initially Faiz didn't. He decided that he didn't want to sell it. Okay, so they sold everything already. They sold the bakery already. Then he has a change of heart, and Faiz has a change of heart, and he wants to go back one last time. He asks JP's help, get everybody to come back. He makes bread, and he gives everybody the bread for free because you see his father loved to look at people enjoying the bread. And then that's it. Okay, finished. Close shop, sold off already. But then I would have loved it if the family came, the mother came, the siblings all came. Happy, finished like that. But no, they had to make that lame ending of, then the Chinese businessman Yap comes. I have neglected my family too. I have realized my sins and all that, and tears up the contract. And then, that was a little bit corny already lah. You know? But, I don't know, would you tell people to watch it?
I wasn't done. I was gonna say that actually, the problem with it is when you look at it as a film, which is what we're supposed to do, right? As critics, we're supposed to look at it as a film. So you look at a film, it's a bad film. Because when you want to do a film that has all these internal kind of conflicts and all these kind of tensions, familial tensions and stuff, it needs to have a lot of, one, either dialogue portraying that, or two, kind of scenes that show those tensions and conflict lah. This one didn't have enough of that to make it good and to make it interesting and gripping. So I wasn't invested. I couldn't be. I thought it was cute. It was cute the way that the three of them. There's a scene where they say, you know what? If they are going to copy us, we are going to copy them back. And then they go and buy like imported ingredients to try to make the same pastry that the hipster place is making. And then they do it together, the three siblings. I thought that was kind of cute. But then it wasn't cute enough for me to then fully be invested. There were no nuances. There was no... It's just, okay, we're going to make bread. We're just going to make bread like that. There's nothing to really like draw you into it. So that was my first problem. And then the second problem is that this thing about, want to sell the bakery or don't want to sell the bakery, there wasn't enough setup to show me that he was so invested in the bakery in the first place. Or there wasn't enough setup to show me that Faiz didn't want him to have anything to do with the bakery at all. So I don't know where he stands in this. So I don't know. I don't think he himself really cares either way. So
that's why there were so many flashback scenes with the father.
Yeah,
after that.
I know. But it came after.
Yeah lah.
So at the
He started to
beginning,
realize after that.
yeah, so then at the beginning, was it that he didn't care at all? He was just being pragmatic? Because there was also that scene where he also like followed the father to the bakery or whatever, or he was at the bakery, but it was just very short lah. So it was just not enough. I was very...
He always wanted to go back to KL, kan?
Yeah, exactly. So I felt very disconnected from the film, disconnected from the character. So to make a film like this, you have to be invested in something. Your audience needs to be invested in something lah. In this case, I guess it would be A, either knowing whether the bakery is going to be sold or not, or B, whether or not these siblings are eventually going to get together. For me, I felt none of that at all. And that was what frustrated me, because then nothing was happening. Nothing was happening in this film. Everything that was going on was just basically motions only. So it's just like normal motions only lah. So it's not even interesting enough for me to really sit through. It's not a very long film. So that was also the other thing that I was irritated about. It was only an hour and 7 minutes long, but it felt so long for me because of that. Because I couldn't care less about what was happening, and I wasn't invested enough to know what was going on, and nothing was really going on. So it was bad lah, and I was just frustrated lah. Would I tell people to watch it? I
would say yes, watch it.
I don't know.
So it's obvious that we have two different perspectives of this film. So you guys have to decide now what you're going to think about it.
You have to watch it and let us know lah.
Because I would say yes. I would say watch it, because you know why I would say watch it, because I don't know who the filmmakers are. They could be first-time filmmakers. They might not be, but there's so much potential there, and I feel that the way that they're making this film, if they practice more, they can make a really good emotional drama film lah.
Yeah, and they also need to workshop the script a little bit more lah. Because the characters, like Yap's character, for example, right? There's no depth to it, It's very two-dimensional.
Yap and the sister, both of them. No depth.
Then like the family also, the four of them, like you can kind of see that there is kind of some chemistry going on with Fatima Abu Bakar. It's inevitable already lah. She's like, she can mother any of these people, and it seems like she's really their mother. But like between the three of them also, there's no underlying layers of that, the siblinghood or relationship or whatever. So I think they just needed to work on it a bit more. It just needed to be fleshed out more.
And the fact that everybody in the film looks like a hipster, it's just so annoying.
Everyone.
I like Fatima Abu Bakar because she's a great actor, but even she had to look like a hipster. Why did you have to put her in a Coldplay t-shirt, a Pink Floyd t-shirt, or whatever? Why?
Because she was explaining to her son, she also listened to rock music ma.
Oh, yeah. So if you are at that age, a Fatima Abu Bakar age, listening to rock music, you wouldn't be a poser and wearing mainstream t-shirts. And so I say with my Soundgarden t-shirt right now, you know what I mean? I don't know. Have a little bit more depth lah. If she wants to show that Fatima Abu Bakar is really like what?
She should be making bread while listening to her.
Yeah. And not wearing an oversized Coldplay t-shirt.
Yeah.
Was it Coldplay or was it Pink Floyd?
Pink Floyd!
Yeah.
Anyway, so the script needed more workshopping, it needed more depth. I want to say it had potential, but it felt like it just kind of fizzed out. But surprisingly today you are kinder on the film than I am.
Yeah.
So, there we are.
I really, because the only reason why I am kind to the film is because of the small glimpses of emotions which I like lah,
It grated on me lah. It grated on me that it was just small glimpses. So I guess watch the film, and
let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think.
Okay. Like this video, don't like this video. We miss so subscribe to our channel or follow us on all our social media platforms at Bidin, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
You'll be watching
and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
I'm Shah Ibn.